What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Behind me we have our Jeep Comanche with the LS swap. So we've been getting down on this project. We've nicknamed this project Crack Hawk. It's going to be an all-wheel drive turbocharged Jeep. And what are we working on, John?
We are working on the dash. Finally time to put it on and see how everything fits.
Heck yeah. So last video, we accomplished a lot. So we ended up getting the floors all done. We've got our shifter in now, the HVAC box in, our mounts or our brace for our steering column. We got our pedal box, our gas pedal. We painted the engine bay, painted in here. So we've just been getting things kind of tidied up. And what we're about to do now is we also had to put some rib certs right here for our newer style dash. And we just double checked everything. So we're gonna put this in place. And we might, hopefully, not have to take the dash out and start getting our Holley EFI stuff all ran as well for a Terminator X. So let's throw the dash in, see what happens. Okay, so next up we are going to take that steering column without the intermediate shaft and we're gonna put it in. Since we already have this intermediate shaft that has the seals on it, we're gonna put that top portion on, we're gonna plug it in, and we are getting seriously close to being able to put some power to this just for fun and see what we've got. So let's get that steering column in and then we'll just take it from there. Okay, so we've got seats, we put the column in there, John got the brake booster in there, we've got a brake pedal, we've got a key, and we're gonna try just for fun putting power on it. Very temporarily, mind you, we just have a ground wire and a jumper cable. I have not done this yet, so could be absolutely nothing happens. We could get a little bit of action, we could get sparks, we could get fire, we don't know. All right, you ready? All right. Let's see. Okay, you should have power. Nothing? Damn. We got no ground wires. All right. Well, let's see. It might be a bad ground too, though. You never know. Because that ground does not look healthy. Let's see if giving it a ground wire helps. Let's see if we can find a half decent looking ground. Maybe this one? Nothing? No. Nada. Well, that's a good start. Let me see if we got fuses. I know, we haven't checked. I mean, they're in here. Starter is missing. Fuel pump missing. I don't really care about those. Oh, this is a different lid though. It's a very different lid. This is a different lid. The fuses are like totally different looking. So these are probably pretty important, I would guess. So we might have to throw a couple relays in there, see if that makes any difference. See, I got a relay. Alright, so no action on the key so far. I was thinking we maybe will get a little bit of power going on, but so far nada. So not scared though. We'll figure this out. It's probably something simple. Alright, we got some action, boys. So there's a couple of connectors that we didn't fully tighten down just because we were just getting things situated, but we've got a stereo, we got the cassette going, all of our gauges are lighting up. We're gonna, for some reason we're trying to get a stereo running. Don't ask us why, but priorities, right? Trying to see if the speakers are hooked up so we can get some sound out of this thing. We got the bass patrol. Look at that. Oh, this is a huge milestone of this thing. Alright, it's the next day and Steve showed up. So Steve's on vacation, but we're putting him to work. So check this out. We got some lights. Me and Steve were just messing around. Not that it's a necessity at this point, but at some point. So we got high beam, low beam, got the running lights. just one step closer. So we're gonna see about maybe getting the taillight stuff working next and see if we can get that wired in. We're gonna have to extend some wires, but just
turn signal. Looks like Fast and the Furious.
Is that turn signal?
Yeah.
No, wait, what about the other side? That's right? Or the...
Yeah, it's the right side. Is it blinking?
No, I got nothing.
It's freaking out inside here.
Is it? All right. It might be tripping out because we don't have taillights on it, but we'll figure that out. Cool. Next thing. Steve got super ambitious. Before I could grab the camera, he already ran the Holley EFI system.
I just took the main part and just took it to the firewall. That's all I've done.
See, he's already half finished.
And we're just gonna start laying everything out.
So this is for our Terminator X Max. And we also have a transmission harness too.
It's over there.
And then the harness over there is for our power. So that's got to run inside, but...
The injectors. We're gonna get the injector harness.
Got all. I think that one's
inside.
Yeah, we got to grab that one.
Okay.
So we also have a couple harnesses too from Holley. So we've got our coil harness, our injector harness, and they have some different options for you on that one. So we're going to be putting MSD coils on here. So we've got the harness that works with the MSD coils, and then we also have the injector harness that's going to work with our bigger injectors, because we are going to need more fuel for a turbo. So we have all that stuff, but we'll show you guys as we kind of hook things up.
All right. So here is the factory coil brackets. Look how ugly and bulky those things are. The fine folks out of Holley sent over some MSD coils, Holley valve covers, and basically this is going to be the end result. Much cleaner than this factory. I think this is off of a truck setup, 5.3 truck. So we're going to swap these out and get on the new stuff.
Man, check these things out, you guys. Look at how good that looks. So just as a comparison, we got the MSD coils on this side, the Holley valve covers, and you can also see they are taller, so they allow for more clearance, so that you can, is this so you can run different rockers or just higher push, or sorry, higher lift?
If you decide to do a cam swap and you got a high lift, like a 600 lift cam, you are able to have plenty of clearance. The rockers need to go up a little higher.
So would that be in like a situation where the stock rockers would hit here, or is it just like a different ratio rocker?
It's a different ratio rocker. Different ratio rocker. It's a combination of both rocker and the lift. The other thing nice too is these are on a pedestal and you got plenty of airflow underneath them, so these basically stay not basically on top of the valve cover and get a lot of heat. So that's another thing. It's kind of cool and just super clean. You don't have to have a big old bulky bracket like this big old thing.
Yeah, so that's a huge improvement.
Yeah,
it looks so much better.
Yeah.
So we're getting these crusty ones off. I just want to show you guys the comparison between our new and improved and the old ones. So we'll get the other ones on there, and this engine is starting to look fresh and she's starting to take form. I do have to go run to the store at some point and get some battery cable so we can properly run the battery, but we are just chugging along here, boys. All right, guys, so I wanted to get a video out for you guys every single day, but it is late here on a Saturday. I'm gonna post this on the Sunday for you guys just because I promised you guys everyday video. So it's 11 o'clock on a Saturday, and the boys helped us get everything together. So as far as this, we're making a lot of good progress. As you can see, it's on lift, and I'll show you guys why in just a second. But those valve covers, I don't know if you guys can see them. Those valve covers look amazing with those MSD coils. So we've got that. We've got the Holley EFI harness ran through the firewall. Got our chassis wiring. I did have to order a couple other things. So I had to order some cables for our battery. So those are on their way. They're supposed to show up actually tomorrow. So I guess it's almost tomorrow technically, but it's supposed to show up on Sunday. And then I got brand new battery terminals as well coming, but those don't show up until Monday actually. So Sunday we get the cables, Monday we get the terminals. And then what I was working on here is the wiring. So we ended up running our wiring for our taillights. So they run through the floor, and then I have to extend it because it's not long enough, since you can see the length of this vehicle is a little bit longer since it's got a bed on it. So I've got to run it all the way to here so that we can plug into here. I'm going to make it all modular so that you could technically still take the bed off. You would just unplug this here and you could lift the bed off. So still make it so that we can service the truck. And then same thing, we ran both sides. So this wire that comes through this grommet in the floor, this doesn't make it to our taillight, so I got to extend that. And then we've got some XJ taillights here just hanging about so we can do some testing. But overall, you guys, we are cranking right along. And by cranking, in a few days, we should be able to actually crank this thing, fire it, and go from there. So still got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're keeping a long track. We're getting a lot done and a lot accomplished. So if you guys are enjoying this series, please give it a thumbs up for me. Share it with anybody that you think will like these videos. We will be at LS Fest and Mo Party this year in Bowling Green, Kentucky, so don't miss those shows. We'll be there with all of our vehicles, with both, and we'll be there with a booth. So if you're there at any of those shows, LS Fest, Mo Party, come say hello. We'll be there with all of our vehicles there. And we're also gonna be selling merch and a bunch of cool stuff there. So definitely wanna check us out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.